Hello my gorgeous peeps in my universal world of peeps. As you can see, I am not in my kitchen. No, I am not. I'm in a professional kitchen here at the ManCity College in Brighton. I am working with a group of students who are going to be filming me cooking some jambalaya. So let's go on down here so I can show you the setup. I'm telling you, I haven't been in a kitchen like this in ages, but this is what it's like in proper professional kitchen. So here you can see it's got my seasonings. All right, so I'm going to be making this jambalaya, and I'm going to try and get one of them to just hold on to this just to kind of get me as I'm doing my thing. All right, so let me just get my meats out, get them ready, and then we'll get started.
So just
That's it.
and
Just kind of walk around and film. Get ready.
Okay.
And feel free to kind of just walk around and catch me from different angles. But if I look too wide, move the angle. I'm talking about the back side.
It's like chorizo, chicken, shrimp, prawns.
Yeah, prawns or shrimp, yeah.
Is it cayenne? No, I might be overstepping now.
No, you're getting there. You're getting there. That's pretty quick.
Cheese,
Garlic.
garlic,
Do you know what this is?
paste? No, I don't.
Ah!
It's not.
Cumin seeds.
Cumin. And there's this turmeric.
Yeah,
One of
that's
that.
turmeric. Yeah.
Cool.
Good. Okay, you're free to go. Yeah.
Okay. Hi everybody, I am Momma Cherry. The way I like to start it is, hello all my gorgeous peeps in my universal world of peeps. Today we are going to, I am going to be sharing with you a fabulous southern recipe from New Orleans. This is proper soul food. It's called jambalaya. Now, jambalaya is a rice dish, okay? Now, traditionally, back in the days, in early New Orleans, jambalaya was a one-pot dish, okay? Because a lot of times in the different areas, people maybe only had one pot and they had to cook everything. Now, jambalaya is a combination of flavors and just deliciousness. It takes its influence from the French, the Spanish, the Creole, and just the Cajun and the American South, because New Orleans was like a melting pot of people and flavors. So a lot of times people look at this and they think, oh, it's like paella. Yes, it is. But it's also like a lot of other dishes. Now, I believe with food, even though something is originally done one way, we've got to move with the times. And let's face it, nowadays, okay, there was a time when you could throw meat into everything, and everybody loved it. But nowadays, you got your vegans, you got your vegetarians, you got your pescatarians, you got your people allergic to this, allergic to that. So what I have done is I have broken this dish down so that everybody can enjoy it. So it's the sort of dish you would do at a dinner party, and you don't have to worry because everybody's going to enjoy it. So let me go through the ingredients because it is so quick and it is so easy to do. I'm actually wasting time. Here we go. So when you make it, the vegetables that we're going to use are onions, pepper. Now we have this thing which is called the Trinity of spices, which is onions, peppers, and celery. Now I haven't actually bought celery because I have celery. Salt is part of one of my spices. So here we go. We've got our peppers, we've got our onions, we're going to use some aubergine or eggplant, depending on where you live in the world. We're going to be using courgette or zucchini, depending on where you live in the world. Mushrooms, some broccoli, and some cauliflower. So those are our main veg. Into the rice, we're going to be using just plain, simple, frozen vegetables, okay? Get your frozen vegetables. This is also a dish that students can make because it's cheap and easy to do. So, here we go. Let me show you our spices. The spices is what makes this dish. We have here cumin seeds. This is what I call love dust. Oh yes, I hand blend it myself. Momma Cherries love this, but it's a type of Cajun seasoning. And it has inside of it, you've got your cumin, you've got your coriander, you've got salt, you've got pepper, you've got smoked paprika, sweet paprika. But the main thing you've got is my touch of love, which is going in there. Then we've got some sea salt. I've got some lemon pepper. We've got some garlic. And we have an assortment of chilies. Now, the chili that we're going to be using in this particular dish is it's a Scotch bonnet chili. Very, very hot, but very, very delicious. But I'm not going to make, what I've discovered is if you do not cut it and you just drop it in the pot whole, you get that flavor without the heat, okay? And we're going for flavor. The difference between American soul food, say, and Caribbean food is the American soul food does not have the heat and chilies that, say, Caribbean food has, okay? But it does have that flavor. Also, the main thing, obviously, is rice, okay? Because this is a rice-based dish. Then, we're moving over here to the meats. We are going to be using chicken breasts. We're going to be using chorizo. Traditionally, they would have used a different type of sausage, but over here, I find in the UK, you can't go wrong with some chorizo. Delicious. And we're going to be using some prawns. Now, we're going to get started, but the first thing I've got to do here is I am just going to prep my veg. So, this knife ain't that sharp, but we're going to get through it, don't worry. Dang! I might have to get me another knife, but hold up, let me just see here. If I can peel this. So we got, it's not sharp at all. And what I do now, normally if I was cooking, say, for a lot of people, we used to have a restaurant, what we used to do, and you'll see me doing this, and it's a quick tip. If you take all of your bits that you're not using and pour them into just into a bowl, you'll see, hold up, let me just get to my sides. Then what I do is I like to make my own fresh vegetable stock. So I would boil all of these bits and pieces. So even down to just the ends, okay? I'm gonna prep these veg in a minute, but I'm just showing you all of these things would go into a pot, into some water, and I would throw it on the stove and make vegetable stock. Today we don't have time for that, okay? So I'm gonna hold on to this. So I have got here just some water, and I have brought with me just a stock cube, okay? Because I don't want people to think that, oh no, I didn't make my own fresh stock, so I can't do it. Yes, you can. Go out and get you a stock cube. So I'm gonna throw this just in this water just for now. Okay, there. Now, let's get this. Now all I'm going to do here is I am just dicing my peppers because we're going to do two different things. When I do my toppings, they are going to be sliced and stir-fried. But when I'm making the rice, these are going to just be diced. Let's put that back there. Because once I get this done, it is zippity, zippity, zippity quick. You will see. So let's just get these cooked, cut up. Just do this. Okay. And onions next. Just put that there. Let's dice this onion. Okay, now, we ready? Watch it here. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to get a pot. You're going to get it on the stove, heat it up. You're going to add just some oil. So I'm going to add some oil. Oh, that's hot. To the bottom of the pot. And what we do is we season the pot, not the dish. Okay? So, I'm going to take some of my love dust. And I'm going to sprinkle it into the bottom of the pot. I'm going to also take a little bit of my salt. Drop it in. My pepper. Drop it in. and some of my garlic. Get it in. Now, I'm going to stir this up. This is hot. Now, this is really going quick. Now, the reason we stir the pot is I want to show you. We're going to get our veg in. I'm going to stir that. Now, if you come over, have a look into the pot, you will see that by doing it this way, by seasoning your pot, all of those vegetables have taken on some of that seasoning straight away. Okay? You can see this. Alright? It takes on that seasoning. Now, the next thing we're going to add, straight to here, we're going to add some cumin seeds. Okay, and this, by doing it this way, what you're doing is you are actually kind of releasing that flavor of your seasonings. Now, straight in with our rice. Okay, now I'm going to give that a stir. And I want you to see, come over. Now, at this stage, I'm going to add a little bit more of my Cajun seasoning. And I'm also going to add the turmeric. Okay, I'm going to give that a stir. Alright, and again, I want you to see, I'm going to show you, let me just bring it up a little bit, so you can see how every single grain of rice has taken on some flavor already. Alright, let's get that back there. Now, we're going to add our frozen mixed veg. Straight to the pot. Give that a stir. Okay, you should be able to start to smell some of this seasoning. Can you smell anything happening? Should be able to. So now, we're going to just take our stock and pour it over. Now, what I tend to say to people when you're cooking this dish, at the bottom of my pot, it was about that deep with the rice, the veg, and everything. You want your water or stock to be about an inch above it, okay? And what you want to do at this stage, what I say, because a lot of people, basically, they ruin their rice because they think they got to stand there and play with it and stir it and keep looking at it. No, what I tell you to do is walk away from the pot. Leave it. I am not now going to touch that pot until most of that water has evaporated, okay? So, while that is happening, but wait a minute, our chili, Scotch bonnet chili, and all we're going to do is drop it in the pot and leave it, okay? So I'm not cutting it up, I'm not doing anything to release the heat, I'm just putting it in there so that it will release the flavor, okay? We're talking about flavor, not heat. Alright, so while that is happening, it gives us time to get back over here and we're going to prep our veg, okay? So, that means cutting up another onion. Let's get this ready. So while that is cooking, we are now working on our next step. So all I'm going to do here is we are slicing our onion. Okay. Good. And we're going to be slicing our peppers. Good. Let's get those seeds out of there. Cool. Alright, let's get this sliced up. Nice. And then I'm going to go down to my meats. Now, what we do is I start by cooking the veg. So I'm going to stir fry my veg, then I'm going to remove the veg, and then I'm going to go on to cooking the chicken and the chorizo together. Then I shall remove the chicken and chorizo, and I shall cook the prawns, because I've got one person here who is sensitive to prawns. So therefore, the prawns will be cooked completely separate. And then when it comes time to dishing up, everybody gets to have what they like and what their body loves. Okay? So, here we go. Let's get our aubergine. And also, when I do this, I kind of like to try and keep the same sort of shape of your veg. So these are going to be done kind of like in batons. There we go. I'm gonna cook enough so that you guys can really fill up on this. Okay. There we go. And let's get our courgette sliced up. Cool. And our mushrooms. So when you think about it, just the rice with all of this veg is a really good healthy meal all by itself. But just think about when you add that chicken and chorizo. Wow! Good. Daggone is good. Alright. So, here we go. That's enough for the veg there. So what I'm going to do, I gotta mop myself down. I get hot, y'all. Okay, so in this pot here, we have nothing. So we're gonna add a little bit of oil. You can hear how hot it is. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna season the pot. Let's put a little bit of cumin seeds in there, let those pop. Hear that popping? A little bit of salt. And now we're going to take our veg. And start to stir that up. Boy, I haven't cooked in this sort of environment in a long time. I'm just being this is just hot. So let's just leave that. Touch more seasoning. I'm also gonna add just a touch of water. All right. Okay, I'm going to leave that to kind of do its thing for the moment. And I'm going to step over here. I'm going to put on some gloves now because I am going to be working with raw chicken. And when I'm working with raw meats, I always like to protect my hands. And also, you know, you're so quick, I don't want to go straight from here and run down there and touch something, okay? So, let's move this out. So I have some chicken which is already kind of cut into strips. So I've got 2 chicken breasts here, and I just want to get this chicken breast cut up the same, because I want to be able to make sure I feed y'all properly. Okay, here we go. Okay, now what I want to do here is I'm going to just take a little bit of my love dust. I'm going to sprinkle this on my chicken. I'm also going to go straight in with a little bit of oil. Put it there. And then I'm going to just massage that together. Okay? Great. Alright, so gloves off. And let's come back over here and have a look. Alright. Alright, so just leave this almost there. trying to think here. What do I want to do? Let me get myself another. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I'm loving it. Professional kitchen. Just go get all the stuff I need. So, what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to take this veg out because what I don't want to do is I don't want to overcook it because then I'm going to leave it here to warm. Okay, so I'm going to just leave this up here for right now, just so it can stay warm. I will drop it down closer to the time of serving. But what I want to do now is I'm going to get myself a little bit more oil. And I know I'm cooking and y'all are filming, but what am I going to do? I want to hear it.
Season the pot.
Louder. Season the pot. Exactly. There we go. Season that pot. And let's get our rest of these seasonings in. Cool. Salt. And now we're going to take our chicken and we're going to get our chicken in. Okay, our rice is starting to come to a boil, which is good. Because once that comes to a boil, we are nearly there. Let me just, as I say, they say in The Wizard of Oz, I'm melting! I'm melting! Okay, so let me come back over here. And I'm going to add, at this stage, the chorizo straight in the pot with the chicken. Chorizo has a lot of lovely oils that will be released. So let's just, so if you want to come over, I'd like to come over and have a look at that pot.
You don't have to put your phone separately, don't worry about it.
I'm trying to restore the chicken for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well then they'll go in at the very last minute. They still go in at the very last minute. Okay, cool. Saves me a pot. Okay, I've just been advised it's not an allergy. She can pick them out. So I'm going to cook it all together. But let's just get this going. Woo! Get that cooked. Okay, so this stage, I am just going to clear a few things. Just get those there. Cool. Alright, now, as our rice is now boiling, this is the first time I'm now going to give it a stir. So let's just give this a stir. Yeah, it's going to need to cook for about another 10-15 minutes after. Hold up, let me see if they've got a lid. I don't see any lids. Alright, we'll just have to leave it to boil. So, basically, it's just now a waiting game, okay? It's really going to be about 10 minutes, so what I would advise you to do is turn off and let's give it 10 minutes and then we'll turn back on. Save your batteries. You okay?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, so welcome back. Here we go. We are now entering the what's the word? The straight. When the horses run down that last bit, the straight or whatever. We're coming to the end. The final straight. That's the one. So I'm just going to. These were frozen prawns, so I'm just going to pour off the water. Okay, put that in, and we're now going to add our prawns. Prawns are always done last because they cook very quick, and what you don't want is a rubber brawl. So you just want to get it in there. It literally takes a matter of seconds. Get that cooking. And as with this particular group, we do not have any vegetarians. We're now going to, at this stage, all of this beautiful veg that we cooked. I'm going to put that there. Give me a second. I like taking my photos. So let me just get a quick picture here. Oh, yeah, lovely. Okay, so I'm now going to take my veg and I'm just going to pour it straight in and mix this all together. So you've got your chicken, your chorizo, everything's mixed together. Prawns are cooking, and if we come over here, have a look at the rice, you will see the rice now is ready. We have lost all of our stock. It's disappeared. It's probably got about 1/8 of an inch of stock left. Now, when they say jambalaya is a one pot, traditionally you would have started with the meats, cook the meats, kind of get that to brown the pot, then you add the rice, and then you just cook it all up at the same time. But like I said, we've done it separately, and we are ready to roll. And what I will now do at the very final stage is I take this rice, I take all of that, and we combine it together, and that's how you're going to get to eat it. Okay? So, that is pretty much it. Our jambalaya is ready to eat. But I'm going to check just to make sure our rice. Yes. To perfection. Alright, now, what I don't want to do is burn this stuff. Let me see how I turn this thing off. I'm turning it off. I don't want it to burn. And it's ready. So, I think what we'll have now, we'll have some questions. And then, we're gonna eat. Now that one's set, I'm just trying to find a platter. Okay, here we go. So guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plate it all up in this so that we can keep it warm and then you can have it afterwards. So, but the first thing to do, let me tell you, is I shall remove the chili. I've had a few accidents with this by leaving it in, people thinking they're tomatoes and being greedy, sticking their fingers up in my pot. They won't do that again. But I will take that away so that you do have the luxury. So, we're going to take this. We're going to get this rice. Now, I am one of these people that I don't waste nothing. So I'm getting every single piece of rice. See that? That's a portion. this. Just gonna get a little bit of this kind of like gravy. Okay. I wouldn't normally put ice water up in there, but I'm trying to cook. I cook with what I got. So here we go. So now let's just get this, pour this over, and then we just do this. And this is, okay, let's do this like this. Here we go. Nice. And there you have it. Momma Cherry's Jambalaya. Okay, that's it. So I'll put this, I'm gonna leave this up here so that it stays warm. And that's it. So it's just a matter of, let me just get here and just get these things washed. You want to do it in here or out there? So, how we doing, people?
Loving it. So good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Oops. How we doing?
Amazing.
Good.
Enjoying it? Yeah?
It's amazing.
And you see how quick and easy it was? How we doing?
Oh, delicious.
I'm not usually a big fan of prawns, but it's really good.
You like it?
Really
You like it?
Yeah.
Great.
My heart is singing, thank you.
That's what we like. That's what we like to hear.
The season the pot thing's really handy.
It does. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you can taste every single, can you not taste the flavor on every single bite?
Every single one.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about. It's getting that flavor at the bottom, at the start. Yeah. Good. So my final words is I want everybody to give it a go. To just open up your mind, open up your taste buds, and get a little bit of soul into your life. And the way I end all my videos, I go with a little bit of peace, a whole lot of love and soul from the mama. Don't stick your hand in any hot water. I got cook's fingers. I'm used to this kind of stuff, okay? Use a spoon. It's gonna be like rubber, all right? And you don't want rubber in your dish. Sweet potato and the savory kind. Talking about my cornbread and hush up there.